Hello, everyone, and welcome to the next round. The next race of the first round of the Hollow Knight All Skills Community Tournament. This one, as we can see, will be between Nat3rTater or Nate and Tammy, and both of them should just be getting, finalizing cropping and stuff, and then we can count them down and get underway. I'm joined on commentary by Zero.
Hello.
And Zero is just going to start getting everyone ready to count down, and then we'll be, like I say, off and racing. From chat, the goal of all skills is to get all skills being defined as all movement abilities, all nail arts, all upgraded spells. We don't count Dreamgate or Awoken Dreamnail as skills because they're more a skill of your dream nails than a skill of the player, or at least that's the excuse we use. Realistically, we just didn't want it to be the same as True Ending, so this was the more fun rule set to race by. We should be seeing Tammy go to mode select shortly, and then we'll be off and racing. Do you know what Tammy's PB is, Zero?
It's 1 hour 2 minutes, I think.
Okay, so pretty decent. Nate's got a 51 or a 52?
I think it's a 52, yeah.
Yeah, so about a 10-minute difference. So if they can both play, relatively close to their PBs, we should be in for a decent race, especially if Tammy can sort of play, like say, close to her PB, then the pressure's on Nate not to make any mistakes, because a lot of deaths are very possible in this category, and they are very costly.
All right, gonna start the countdown now then.
Perfect.
All right, so Nate is actually a top any percent runner that came over recently to all the skills and got a pretty fast time pretty quickly.
Yeah, this is from not very long of running. Nate is very good. So we'll probably see that really clearly in the early few splits where it's really similar to any percent. But then later on, there's some all skills specific stuff that he might be a little less comfortable with, and that might shine through in his gameplay. But Tammy, they've been playing all skills for a while now. I think this is their first category, but they've grinded it pretty hard, and they've made a lot of progress. Sort of, you see a lot of the players with 51s, 52s, and all that sort of thing. And you don't quite appreciate just how clean their movement and stuff is. It looks like Nate's timer didn't start, so we might need a restart, is what I'm thinking. Let's see.
I think he was doing practice beforehand. Maybe he didn't restart live split or something.
Yeah. I might try and call Tammy on Discord. It might get her attention because she might have it muted. Oh no, Tammy stopped. All right, we're all good.
Yeah, they're fine now.
And yeah, this will be on 12:21. This is fast patch.
Were you watching the race yesterday? Because there was one that they had to restart there as well.
I was not. I think that was at like 3 a.m. my time or something ridiculous.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, it's 1:30 a.m. now, but we'll ignore that. I'll just get Tami to restart a timer. Sorry, their timer. Perfect. Looks like she beat me to it. Oh my god, sorry. It's 1 a.m. and my brain is not functioning. Yeah, so Tami, if you watch this back, I am very sorry.
Alright, looked like Nata's timer is working now. That's good.
Alright, perfect. We'll let them both know and get countdown 2 going, I think. Alright, so Tami's put in an R, so we'll just, looks like Nate's setting up file select. Grim, Tami said that they're okay with it/its or they them. So, like we clarified that before the race.
Alright, I think Nat3rTater is ready now.
Yeah, that looked right. Yeah, Nate uses second slot because on keyboard, if you just mash enter, it selects the second slot. Players that use first slot, they press like left or something as well as enter, and it removes the mouse, which makes it select first shot. It's just a preference thing, but it's not faster or slower to do either. Yeah, no worries. Mixolotl, like I say, I'm trying.
Alright, so as somebody was saying, we're probably going to see quite a big difference in the early game because of all of Nata's practice in any percent as well.
Yeah, exactly. But like I say, if Tami can keep it close, they're at least putting pressure on Nate to play well, and that he might start to feel a bit more as the runners get to the more all-skills specific movement. Clear examples and parts where Tami will be looking to capitalize probably will be the Soul Sanctum split, because that's totally different to any percent and has a lot of RNG heavy enemies that can really pile on damage. And the Ismas / Broken Vessel and Hornet 2, that entire stretch through there. The Ismas skips can be quite challenging for players. It's probably the hardest part of all skills, and Nate dunking in spikes there, which might be a sign of a little bit of nerves. But unfortunately for Tami, the winner of King's Pass has lost just about every race so far, so hopefully for their sake, this is not going to follow the same trend.
Yeah, and some of those places you were talking about, you can lose your entire lead, even as a higher seeded player.
Yeah, exactly. Isma's deaths in particular, if you die like inside the grove at the last one, that can be like at least 2 minutes late. Crystal Heart death as well, where you have to go all the way back up and around peak. That'll cost you, again, 2 to 3 minutes as well. So that sort of thing, they all add up very quickly. And a nice Groz drop from Nate, not getting hit at all, and Tami as well. So that's actually completely RNG, whether you get hit or not. But yeah, both getting through relatively cleanly, and we should see double spike coming up here from Nate, and hopefully Tami as well. Nate gets it.
Tami going for the bottom platform. That's a lot more difficult to do.
Yeah, she's obviously watched the Axe double... Oh, sorry, they've obviously watched the Axe double spike tutorial.
You will get it right eventually.
Like I say, it does not normally take me this long, but they at least are able to clean up the second aspid pretty quickly, which is really important. Sometimes it can fly sort of right up into the top corner, and then you're spending, several seconds chasing it, and you just feel stupid the entire time. But Tami was able to avoid all of that pretty well. And they got a version of Statue Pogo damage boosting off the Vengefly, but that's still faster, so faster than having to jump up on the platform.
Alright, the False Knight fight coming up here can be a little RNG. If he jumps back, you need to respond very quickly to the bad RNG, or you lose a lot of time.
Yep, and Nate getting a forward jump.
Yeah, good RNG right there.
And Tami got the good RNG as well. Nice.
I mean, we're not really seeing a big difference in these times yet. We're kind of hyping Nat3rTater up a bit, weren't we?
Yeah, we've hyped Nate up, but Tami's actually managed to keep it extremely close, really. Because like I say, Nate is a low 34 runner, like, he is extremely good, and he's known pretty well for his early game. So for Tami to be keeping up in that early game, they should be really happy with themselves. Nate actually held Comsob for the Mothwing Cloak split for a while there, so Tami will have sort of a tall order to try and keep up, but hopefully they can do it.
What's your prediction on Balder splits?
Oh, Nate's had some terrible luck with boulder spits when I've raced him a few times, so I reckon he gets at least 5. Okay, never mind.
Timing there.
Yeah, the first 2 were both boulders.
Alright, let's hope Tami can get the good RNG as well to equalize.
Okay, as long as they don't get the 5 I was talking about. Second, okay. They didn't even get 5 spits between them. Tami taking the bench there, that's something I'd mentioned in earlier races. Runners not doing that when they got damaged in Mound. So that was really smart of them, because it's like 1.5 seconds and it doesn't cost you any soul or anything. So really smart choice, especially because we've seen people die in the Mothman Cloak segment, it is really rough, especially as a new player. It's probably one of the hardest splits to do consistently well.
And what you just saw from Nata there is one of the first big differences from current patch to 1.2.1, being able to kill the Balder from off screen there with just one fireball.
Yep, the good old separation anxiety kill, and Tami nails it as well. Tami just misses the first fireball skip. It looks like they did it a little early, but they only lose about 4 seconds doing that.
The other fireball skips coming up in this segment are the bigger deal anyway, so as long as they can nail those two.
Yeah, especially because on 12.21, the third fireball skip, the enemy that you normally pogo if you miss it isn't in a consistent position, so it's random whether you can do it. So you can't reliably have that as a backup. And Tami coming up to the second one now. And nailing it.
I want to see if they get the final one as well.
They only have 5, so yeah, going back and getting extra. That was close.
Oh, no, that was
looks
so
like
close.
They're just a little slow after the turnaround, but credit to them. They've actually, their movement looks really good for an hour 2 PB. And they got the Huss, not quite. Any percent Comsub Cloak is Axe, I believe. Yeah, Rhino got.
I wasn't looking, but I think Nata must have got the double on the Moss Knight because he has full soul here.
Yeah, I think so. Like I say, Nate's Mothman Cloak segment is incredible.
He gets a bad RNG on the two Moss Knights though, with the right one being really far to the right, so he couldn't fireball them all immediately.
Yeah, he dealt with it well and was able to get the first knight to put his shield up and down, which at least stalls it out a bit. Looks like Tami got the fireball double as well, because they're on 7 soul going past those.
So the goal with Hornet is to try and keep her locked in one corner and to avoid her jumping around the room too much.
Yeah, you can get doubles, but when you stagger Hornet and she hits a wall before her stagger ends, she stops taking enough knockback to get double hit, and that happened on the first stagger. So Nate, realizing that, like you say, just kept her stuck in the corner. Tami, a little lower. They're on 308 Geo. It's not a huge deal, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Nate was a lot more well off at about 330.
The geo here doesn't matter too much as long as they both bear that in mind when they get to city and don't end up going to dash slash with too few geo.
Yeah, exactly. We have a lot of opportunities to farm geo up in city and in edge on the way to dash slash, but it does get into a situation where if you realize you're low too late, you've passed up on too many of the optional enemies to kill to be able to make up that 800, and then you're left really awkwardly having to kill like that one hopper by itself or the primal aspid on the way, which can make things really sketchy.
Yeah. Nata went for the really fast strat in that first fungal room and messed up by getting a hard fall. It's actually quite difficult to get like the full fall all the way down.
Yeah, it feels really good when you get it, but it is not easy. Shandwin, the world record for all skills is 49.48. Races in tournament will probably expect to be around the sort of a little bit longer, and then when you factor in load times and stuff, hour and a half's a safe bet, but probably a bit lower realistically.
Oh, Nata's going for Murray.
Oh, no.
Nice, good job.
That's nice. This is a really good claw time for all skills. Nice,
yeah, and double dash too. That was a pretty sweet segment.
Yeah, if it weren't for the hard fall, that would have been a really good split time.
I'm really glad that everyone's going for Murray Pogo now, because it looks so good and it is faster. So
yeah, it's just clean.
Tami with another clean E-Pogo as well.
Yeah, very nice. And coming down into Mantis skip now.
Oh, they're being really annoying here.
Yeah, this is really... Oh, that was really
that was a
clean.
good save, yeah.
Yeah.
I think both these runners will be pretty happy with this start to the race, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Like I say, we've been hyping Nate up as this great player, but credit to Tami, they've been playing really clean.
Bit of unfortunate cleanup there from Nate. One went really high and one went really low.
Yeah, that's a rough cleanup. And 433, so he's pretty well off geo-wise going into dash slash. This will leave him with 213.
Yeah, I think he might even skip one of the rows of City Husks if he's thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, the top two. Shandwin, we talked to Tami before the race and they said they're fine with they, them, or it's. And nice shade skip from Nate.
Tami actually ending this Grosmother fight with full soul, so they might be able to get a really clean cleanup here.
Oh, the one straggler. They're all right on Geo, 420, so 13 behind Nate, but if they just get the standard enemies that All Skills does, they'll be fine.
Yeah, unfortunately they ended up killing Grosmother in the left corner, which means collecting the Geo on your way out is a bit awkward. So a little bit was stuck there in the left corner.
Yeah, both runners not really getting the ideal patterns, but both making pretty good of what they're given. Tammy's shade being a bit rude, but got through with no issues.
And Nate is so rich now. I don't think he skipped anything.
Oh, he killed, the enemies out front as well. So he's going to be on what, like 743. That's just short of skipping a row of hoppers.
I can see the appeal, though, of not having to mess around too much with geo collection on the way out of Sanctum and to King Station later on.
Yeah, I definitely think now that the hot monster hopper strats and stuff are a thing, that the Sanctum geo collection's more of a big issue than the / stuff. Especially if you get a bad spawn on the twister on the way into Sanctum, and it spawns like all the way to the left, you don't want to have to go back for that 25 geo.
Alright, let's see if he's been practicing monster strats.
Looks like it. Oh, not the swag up / strat, but... Ooh, probably didn't even need to go back for that, but does it anyway and gets through without any real issues. And like you say, 38 extra geo going into Sanctum will mean that he basically never has to slow down.
Oh, Wazanki? How do you say that name? Wazanki. Monster strats is just a way of killing all the hoppers as quickly as possible by gathering soul from multiple of them at once in order to get soul for your fireballs faster. And that was a 14-3x / from Nat3rTater, so this is actually pretty good pace even considering that it's a race.
Yeah, Nate. I always called them Serp hoppers, but apparently they're monster hoppers, or like he slightly tweaked yours. But yeah, they're Serp hoppers in my heart. And Tammy, they're on 710, so they're going to have to get all but, 4 geo?
Yeah, but as long as they're careful with it, they should be fine.
Yeah. Alright, it's the monster up / added to Surf Hoppers. I'm down for that naming convention. Hopefully the fireballs hit that one. Yep, perfect. Yes, they make it
one
through.
over, nice.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, Serpin. A monster is where I saw that first, so I got confused on that. So Tammy is about a minute and a half behind at this point, which is pretty good considering, you know, this is pretty much the early game over.
Yeah, and like this has been an extremely good early game from Nate. So to be within a minute and a half of that's really commendable.
I don't think we have JB. Every race that I've seen has had at least one timer different.
We managed to have two that were the right color, but then one didn't have the correct font, and I think that was the closest we got.
So Nate's going through Soul Sanctum here. Just did the / lever skip to get Shade Soul early, which makes this section a lot easier compared to current patch where that's not possible at all.
Worth mentioning, syncing up their PBs. I think Tami is over a minute ahead of their PB. They go into the Soul Twister room at 18:32 in their PB.
Alright, I just want to point this out. Tami taking the Watcher's Fire bench. This is a really, really nice bench for racers. Because if you die somewhere in Sanctum, you don't have to go all the way back from King's Station.
Yeah, that's a really smart play. We've seen some... Oh, Nate on 1 health as well. This could be really bad.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Nate dying, and he didn't take... Oh, did he take... No, he has to take King's Bench at Soul Skills, but all right. But that's huge. So that actually puts Tami in the lead. I don't know, I think Tami's watching this stream, so they might be able to... They might know the pace they're on. But that's, yeah, really livened the race up.
Let's see if they can capitalize on that as well.
Yeah.
To be honest, for me, that might make me more nervous if I found out that I was ahead when I didn't think I was supposed to be.
Yeah, but like I say, they're on a really good pace. They're on PB pace, and they're ahead at the moment. Sort of, no matter what happens after this, they should be really happy with their performance. A lot of people, their first race, you have some nerves and stuff, but Tami, they've made a very strong showing.
So I think Nat3rTater is still ahead because he's beaten the Soul Warrior already. But it's now basically neck and neck.
Yeah, it's at least really close.
Tami going for that little lever skip in there. It's not faster, but it does make the movement there a little more comfortable because you're not kind of jumping into a space where the Soul Twister might spawn on top of you.
Yeah, they also rode the elevator up, which again is slightly slower, but elevators are really wacky in their interaction with the Spell Twister projectiles, because as long as you're inside the elevator, the projectiles will despawn when they hit the edge of the elevator, sort of thing. So it at least gives you, if you get a real terrible Twister spawn, it lets you kind of retreat into the elevator and block any damage. And Nate showing off the quick kill, and Tami getting an approximation of it that did basically the same thing. Really fast Soul Master fight from Nate and Tami. Yeah, that last double, really clean fights from both players.
That was really good from Tami because I think they took the choice to heal before the fight rather than having full soul. So it's really good to get a fast fight even with that.
Yeah, and they ended on 0 soul, so the extra heal made no difference, basically. And it means that they have more health going into Sanctum on the way out, which is really nice, because 1 or 2 health leaving here can be really sketch. Looking at geo numbers, you can see the advantage Nate had from that extra geo going into /263, so they barely need to farm anything, whereas Tami, they're going to need to farm the extra 58 geo on the way out. Shouldn't make a huge difference, but it is something to keep in mind.
Oh, Nat3rTater doing / storage there. Oh, did he mess it up?
I think they missed it, yeah. Tami going for a really sketchy wall cling storage there. Because if you get it and then botch the next bit, you have to deal with all the follies and stuff, and they can be really mean.
Oh, I like that little lantern pogo from Nat3rTater. I haven't seen that before. I feel like I'm going to learn a bit of good movement from Nat3rTater during this race.
Yeah, it's always so good watching his gameplay because it's so refined. Chomps, so how does / storage work? You charge a / and then you press dash, release the nail button, so it's buffered the / and then you, after pressing the nail button but before the / comes out, open your inventory, and then that stores it, and the next time that you dash, it'll be a /. If you try it and aren't getting it stored, then you're probably pressing inventory while you've still got nail pressed.
Tami skipped the row of husks above the spire here, which puts them at a pretty low geo count. They won't get everything from the room below here, so they're going to need to kill something extra on the way to Kingstag.
Yeah, and they're only on 3 soul as well, so that doesn't give them a ton of wiggle room. I'm hoping they realise before it's kind of too late. Can you even get 27 geo from the enemies along here? They might have to kill the fat one after Photoshop jump.
Yeah, this is 19, I think. Yeah,
and
a little bit as well.
Great Husk Sentry couldn't even give it all. Yeah, so that fat husk up there is going to have to die. Yeah, they realised in time.
Yeah,
and
perfect
exactly enough.
Nice. That's a good recovery, considering up until the room before, I don't think they realised.
Also, 801 on / 300 on King's Station. They're nothing but economical.
That's so true, yeah. Alright, this is the long trip to Crystal Peak that they take because they both skipped the Crossroads stag earlier because that 50 geo is just nicer to have in the bank.
Yeah, you sort of saw how close it was going to / and if we got that stag, it would mean that we need to do the middle row of husks above King's Station, where like the Wanderer's Journal is, because that's exactly 50 geo. But then that also messes with like the amount of soul we have to kill that top and bottom row as well, and so people much smarter than myself basically time that to not be worth it over just taking the Dirtmouth stag and going in this way.
Tami unfortunately lost a bit of health on the way here. That's really not what you want to see because this segment, you can take a lot of damage here unintentionally or intentionally, and a death here is really, really costly.
Yeah, and Nate nailing Pogax there. And Tami, yeah, like you say, that extra damage is really scary. Peak is a brutal segment, really long. You can't bench at all because you need that Watcher's Spire bench. So hopefully they can make it through alive. We've seen a couple of peak deaths already, and we will 100% see more. It's just a brutal segment. Ooh, Tami getting comboed for 2 damage there. That's pretty rough. And they don't have Dream Nail yet, so they can't Dream Nail the crystal crawlers or anything. Probably kill the... They kill the Glimback up here. No, they're just going for it.
I really would have been a lot happier seeing a heal there.
Yeah, Nate doing the damageless cycle on that last room there, it's about, I was told, 1 second to 1.5 seconds slower, not 0.1 if you remember from the last time I did commentary, that was wrong. But it keeps that extra health, which is really important for all skills because we don't quit out here. We have a dark room and we also have 1 damage we have to take for the dash/early control on the D-Dart pickup.
Alright, Tami better go for the damageless cycle here because they can't... Okay, they're going to take the Soul Totem instead.
I really like that from them. And there's another Soul Totem here at the end, which I think they should take. Oh. There is a Crystal Crawler at least. Sorry, a Glimback once you get past this, and you can't really get hit between here and the Glimback.
Nat3rTater doing a very clean dark room here with just dashes.
Wow. That was really nice from Nate. And Tami keeping us all on the edge of our seats.
I think they must be just playing for PB, I guess, because they feel confident.
Yeah. The Glimback kind of trolling them there. Hopefully they don't get hit by crushes here. Tami apparently 70 seconds ahead of PB, so that's a huge pace for them.
Oh no, that's so unfortunate.
No. Yeah, so it looks like they're going to go back for some extra health here. I really like that from them. As long as they don't get... Oh no. That's brutal. Fortunately, they got C-Dash already, so they can do the bottom route through Crystal Peaks. They won't lose quite as much time, but that's sort of brutal no matter what way you look at it.
Definitely. And meanwhile, Nat3rTater got Descending Dark and Dream Nail, and after Dream Nail, he's going to quit out back to Spire, which is why they need to keep that bench.
Yep, and for any of you that have seen any percent speedruns of the game, the Watch Nights fight might look a little bit different to that, just because we have a little bit more firepower at our disposal.
I'm not sure if this puts PB totally off the table for Tami. But at least the race is still going.
Yeah, I think depending on what late game's like in their PB, Tami might still be able to come back from this.
I like seeing this Spire movement with Crystal Dash. It's such a big difference from any percent.
Especially, I feel, on the way back from Lurian, where you can get those, like, 4 C-Dashes in a row.
Yeah, definitely. I also like seeing Nata going for all these dash slashes everywhere, even trying for both the dash slash storages, even though he messed both of them up.
Yeah, it's some of those little optimizations that All Skills has had lately. Also, that was a very any percent Watcher Knights fight, but it worked. Well, the first Watcher, but the whole fight really is okay. It's just no D-Dark required.
Interesting. I haven't really seen anyone do this before in All Skills.
Yeah, it's like a true ending fight, I guess. Oh, there we go. Interesting. I mean, it was a fast fight, but I haven't seen it done like that.
All right, Tammy's smashing out first try on the Dark Room this time.
Yeah, judging by how quick it was, it looks like they knew to go bottom path, which is really good awareness and just shows that they've put a lot of thought into like race strategy and stuff. Going for that spicy pogo there, not paying off, but a very confident play. Unfortunately, the Crystal Hunter will be aggroed now, so it can really, yeah, there's all those crystal bits there, that platform's flipped. But looks like they get through fine.
They healed up as well for this skip coming up. You dash slash into the pickup and it stores your momentum, and then hitting the hazard respawns you with control over here.
I thought for a second that they hadn't D-Darked since they last benched, and then it would have put them too low.
Oh, yeah.
So luckily that didn't happen, otherwise it would have been not very good for the health of the run.
I forget how that works. Do you have to is it per quit out or launch of the game or what?
I think it's per either quit out or since you last benched. I just know if you've done one since you last benched, it's 100% going to be fine. But yeah, I'm not sure whether it's quit out or bench. Because the people that were getting it, apparently they were benching in Darkroom or something. And so they hadn't done a dash slash since then. So I think it's just bench.
All right, this section coming up is going to decide a lot about this race from Nata.
A really nice drop there. And yeah, this is what I mean about the spike tunnel. Doesn't matter how good you are. Sometimes it just doesn't like you.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to get King's, Watcher's Spire bench on the way down this time, now that he's failed once.
Yeah, sort of the chance at PB, I don't think he was on PB pace, but, you know, PB or tournament fastest time sort of gone out the window now, so I'd probably like to see him start incorporating just some of the safety strats for stuff that he's not 100% comfortable with.
Yeah, at this point, at least you want to, feel like you can guarantee the win.
Yeah, just playing to your lead. And Tammy coming up to Watchers now.
Might see a more conventional fight from them.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot Nate died in Sanctum as well. So, yeah, he might, depending on if he's watching the stream, he might think that this has put him behind, in which case he might start playing a lot more riskily. So that could actually come back to bite him a bit.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm choosing to watch my races, just so I don't, make a big blunder like that. Oh, he gets it first try this time.
The classic of dies to spike tunnel, gets it first time after. It's so frustrating. not electing to kill the humps, but they're in fine positions. And yeah, Tammy's showing off a more traditional all skills D-Dark fight. Unfortunately, that one rolls out of the way, but a Shade Soul should do it. Or a D-Dark, yeah, nice. And smart to delay that D-Dark until the other one had spawned in, so you could at least be doing damage to both of them at the same time. And yeah, nice fight.
Meanwhile, Nata got all of the skips first try in a row that time.
Yeah, that's an
It really is just how it works, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those things that's either first try or millionth. Oh, that's a nice drop. And Nate getting the good RNG on that C-dash. So those 3 flying husk guards, they can be low enough to knock you out of your C-dash, and he got past all 3.
Looks like maybe about a 3-minute difference between them now.
Yeah, I think so. I think sort of that gap will probably depend a lot on if Tammy's able to get the Isma's skips first shot. That would be a pretty big relative time save on that split for them.
All maps is not a category. I think I've seen someone run it at least, or someone route it maybe.
I think Quack or Jason have at least theorized just about every possible meme category.
This is patch 1.2.1. Nata really not having a good time with these Morlocks.
And he was practicing this just before the race as well. This one coming up in particular. And not even getting that. That's so frustrating when you practice a thing and then that's not what goes right in the next lot of runs. And not getting the base and wall jump either, so...
He's giving a lot of opportunity for catch-up here.
Yeah, sort of... Like I say, you do wonder if he's potentially not seeing the stream and so is a little bit more worried than he probably has to be. And that's a new optimization there, that C-dash.
Tammy just got the second try spike tunnel. This could be really big.
Yeah, that's huge. Ooh, slightly too high on that one. Looks good.
That ledge is deadly though.
Yeah. Bit higher that time. Yeah, that should be nice. Yep. Oh, looks like they held in there, so the neutral jump didn't go off. Really unfortunate
death.
And that's the worst of the 3 to die to as well, just because if you mess up, that Lurian Geo chest is gone.
They came at those skips with a lot of confidence though, so I have a feeling like they feel like they can recover this.
Yeah, definitely. And they did the same, especially I noticed for the second one, they did the same setup every time. And that's really good because it shows that it's practiced, you've got a rhythm, and you're sticking to that game plan even when it doesn't work, first or second shot. So it shows that they are pretty composed still. So I think they shouldn't have any issues saving it.
Meanwhile, Nat3rTater is going to be on his way to Hornet 2. This is another big part where you could die quite a few times. I really want to see him bench here since he is still ahead.
Yeah, definitely. And Tami, first try spike tunnel. They've done that really well this race.
Alright, taking the tactical blood sack here.
Yeah, that's smart. Just because it is that easy source of infinite health, and it means that you can go into the next section with a bit more wiggle room. This acid skip not being kind to them.
Nat3rTater didn't take the bench. That could be huge if he dies. I hope he doesn't, but...
And Tami making it through to the last one again. Ooh, do you quit out here?
Oh yeah, I'd quit out, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the Watcher's Geo chest. I guess Watcher's seal on your way down and seal above King Station or something, and then Rafters seal and talk to Lem.
Yeah, could also, I mean, make something work with Mega Moss Charger maybe on the way to Great Slash.
Yeah, but you need the 300 for Hidden Stag.
Oh yeah, that's true. You need 450 actually because of the bench.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Maybe
Nat3rTater, very clean fight there with Winnet.
seal on the way out of Watchers, sell that to Lem, and then Mega Moss Charger on the way to on the way to Great Slash. Depending on how long Rafters takes to get. Yeah, so Tami at least aware of the need to get some geo, it looks like, so farming that. But it's probably not going to make enough of a dent.
Also kind of inadvertently proving the power of that Watcher's Spy bench, just in case you die a couple times to this.
Yeah, for sure.
It would have saved them quite a lot of time at this point.
Oh, and they're on 1 health already. Yeah, I think they're probably in their own head a bit, but you can't really hold that against them. Yeah. Yeah, I think at this point, probably you just don't worry about Geo until you get to you. But like I say, I would grab that seal.
Nat3rTater took a very rough path out of Hornet 2 apparently, on 1 health here.
Yeah, I think he hit a Bellfly. Luckily we bench here, because current patch doesn't, and then it sucks when you get RNG hit out of your C-dash by like a Crawlid or something and die.
Yeah, exactly.
But Tami did grab that Watcher's seal, so they're either listening to stream or they're putting some really good on-the-fly routing in to have, you know, that sort of self-awareness free geo count. And with Zanki, current patch all skills, they removed Lem and added in killing massive Moss Charger, because it's actually really quick when you have Shade Soul. Because we have to go past there to archives, to Great Slash from archives anyway. So it's a really nice sort of backup really quick source of geo, because when you have Shade Soul Shaman, there's a lineup you can do, and after it screams, you just mash cast and 2 Shade Souls kills it before it gets into the ground. Tami making it past the spike tunnel on 4 health. And it's like they're going to heal up and collect that soul from that blood sack that they did earlier. Sort of just giving themselves as much attempts at the last acid skip as possible, I imagine. And yeah, killing those, smart. Ooh. Yeah, getting that.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, because normally if you hit the top like that, you're just screwed. I think they're having some issues with the neutral jump. It looks a little low. I think they're going off the wrong rock. That looked a bit better. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, that's perfect. Nice.
Yeah, that's really good. All right. So hopefully they can bounce back from this. I mean, they didn't sell to Lem, so do you just save quit here, back to Spire, sell to Lem, and then come back down? Or
They didn't rest, so they're gonna have to get Lem now.
Yeah, so sort of get Lem and then come back down to base. And all right, it's a bit of a time loss, but it's really good that they can at least finish the run.
I think they're forgetting that the toll bench costs money.
Yeah,
or maybe
150.
Are they gonna try and just skip the toll bench?
Could you kill maybe more lurks?
You definitely could, yeah.
Because I know they drop a bit of geo.
I wonder if Nat3r's going to get the 1 cycle here. Has he practiced it at all?
I assume he'd have to have.
It does look like he
might just be skipping the bench because then, and hidden station stag, and then they'll just have to walk back later for shake cloak and stuff. But it at least saves you that 450 geo. And then if you sell to Lem on your way down after wings on the way to King Station, you've got geo later for DEV stag. And yeah, that's a clean 1 cycle from Nate.
That was very nice. Oh, they don't drop geo on
they don't drop geo?
They actually do on current patch though.
Yeah, because I thought they were worth tons.
I'd forgotten about that change.
1221 just screwing over that geo routing.
You have to respect Tami's kind of continued confidence in this run. Clearly feels very strongly about finishing this one out.
Yeah, and on the fly thinking to skip basin, bench, and hidden stag to come back for later is really smart. I wouldn't have considered that heavier divergence from the route, even though it is probably optimal. So it shows a good familiarity with the intricacies of the route and why we do what we do. And going for a double here. Yep.
Nat3rTater getting bodied on the way out of archives as well. Movement splits for some reason are not going well for him.
It's just all the exploding 2 damage dealing enemies have just been really rude to him. That's a nice cyclone.
Alright, so we use the archives bench here as like a nexus for getting Great Slash and then Howling Wraiths from here. The trip up to Great Slash is pretty long, but the other best way to get it is to get the Green Path stag, and that just costs too much money too early on. So this is what we have to do.
Yeah, so we're skipping the 50 geo crossroads stag because that's too much. So the 130 on 1221 or 140?
I think it's
Either way,
140.
mega stonks relative to early game. Oh, the arc shot hitting Nate out of his C-dash charge. Yeah, so Tami safe quitting back. That's really smart. Like you said, probably proving the value of Spire Bench, but sort of it is what it is at the end of the day.
Oh, nice cycle. Very clean cycle from there, yeah.
Yeah, like I say, Nate's movement just looks so refined. Wonder if he'll go for the wall jump in this next room. Yep, and
oh, he does. That's so smooth. I love that.
So for people watching, that wall jump there, the spikes above it just love to like vacuum you into them. So it's a deceptively tricky jump, and he just made it look like child's play. And yep, Tami headed to Kingdom's Edge now. And now she's basically fully recovered from the Isma's losing her geo and stuff now.
Yeah, I wonder where they're gonna, if they're gonna sell to Lem after this section or later on when they come back for Abyss stuff.
Yeah, whether they just do Massive Moss Charger and the Seal kind of got routed out in their brain when they realized they could just skip the bench and stag. Because at this point, I think Massive Moss Charger is just flat out faster if you only need 250 geo.
I mean,
but they need 300
on the way back.
Geo.
On the way back from Abyss, you really want that, even if you don't have it going in.
So it's at least 550 they need, and you can't really get 250 from random stuff in addition to Moss Charger, so probably selling at least one seal. Kind of sketchy.
Yeah, Nate got bad luck on that arena. One of the flies just kind of beelined him.
Yeah, and healing up one before picking up the Wraiths, because the Wraiths pickup fills up your soul, so any extra soul you have is going to be wasted, and if you've taken damage, this is quite a long segment where you can get hit a lot, so it's really smart to just use that extra soul to heal up.
In the meantime, Tami showed off the Hornet 2 bench, which I really would hope to see more of. For some reason, people aren't going for it, and it makes me scared every single time.
Yeah, we've seen... Have we seen Hornet 2 deaths? I think we've seen at least one.
Yeah, there was some in the current patch race that was coming yesterday.
Yeah, because it's probably... Well, not probably. It just flat out is the hardest fight of this category, and one of the hardest things about the category, full stop, behind the Isma's skips. So the fact that there's a really convenient placed bench, it's kind of like, why wouldn't you use it in a race setting?
This is nerve-wracking to watch.
Yeah. Especially when you stagger... Oh, there we go. Getting through. Nice. Tami keeping us all on the edge of our seats. And Nate, 2 health here. 1 health.
Oh no. Very
and all the Petras and yeah, Smart Shade Soul. Oh, that's a bad spot though. Alright, getting through.
I wonder what his plan for Dark Deep Nest is going to be. Is he going to heal up or...
I bet he's praising the 1221 spaghetti that the spikes on those enemies don't have hitboxes and he can heal up. And Tami doing the early control correctly there. Yeah, smart D-Dark from Nate. There's an inventory drop strategy as well there. In that plus a Dream Nailed Killer Devout on the way out, and it's like 0.5 faster or something, but that D-Dark is a lot safer, and you can kind of get comboed for 2 if you mess up that drop with the non-D-Dark strat, so really smart, and probably good tournament awareness as well of what strats are gonna, like what strats more risk than what's worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened to Tami's HUD? Did they do something wrong after Kingsbrand?
No, this just happens. You have to inventory drop before it'll come out.
Oh, I'd never seen that before. I guess I must inventory drop somewhere after. Shows you how much.
The like tool room with the big B near the entrance.
Ah, yeah. Again, shows you how much attention I'm realizing beyond like absolute movement in that split.
I mean, it is hard to keep track of 2 people at once.
Yeah. Sort of, my 2 brain cells have their work cut out just trying to not slam face first into a bellfly.
What are those enemies called? Those big bees? I don't even remember.
Boofly.
Oh, boo. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Tami with an amazing amount of geo.
I mean, really the perfect amount. I hope they stay at this the entire run.
This was the purpose of the Isma's deaths, just to give us the shout outs.
Gonna go for the tram pass deep nest exit.
If it weren't for the getting out from Abyss after you'd already done the stuff, it actually wouldn't be terrible.
If only they had Dreamgate in this run. If only.
Yeah.
If anyone's interested in seeing weird routes for this game, there's a 0 geo run where you don't collect any geo at all, and it's really weird route.
Yeah, there's also a like one where you save Myla for all of the Myla aficionados in chat. So you complete the run without getting dive or C dash, as they're the things that like corrupt Myla. And there's a whole bunch of different routes for it, ranging from slightly cursed to barely RTA viable / not really RTA viable at all. Just because, like, say you don't have C dash, and so you have to get Isma's tier, or you can get Dreamgate and a whole bunch of other stuff, but Isma's tier is much more realistic.
All right, Nate having a bit of a sketchy time on that the shade climb up to the lighthouse.
Yeah, so the sibling positions are random, so it's not that he's just not familiar with the pattern or anything, it's that RNG decided to give him a hard time.
That's
and
another
Tami
nice bench from Tami. The Archives bench before Umu, because it does lose a lot of time if you die in this fight.
Yeah, for sure. And I do think that all of the sort of safety strats are... We haven't really had a race that's close enough that the 5 seconds to bench or something has lost someone a race. This is a different new setup. Are they going for a more like any percent style one? I guess this sets up for a lot of doubles. Is the plan?
This looks like the kind of thing that might be really good on current patch, but I didn't.
Yeah, it looks a lot like the current patch one cycle that Jamie posted a while ago. A while ago, like 2 days ago. Ooh, please.
Oh no.
Just missing the 2 cycle there.
Yeah, I think that they could have got that if they hadn't fallen down there. A little bit unfortunate.
Yeah, I think it was that one fall. Otherwise, they would have got 2 Shade Souls in. Yeah, there we go. So it was a nail and Shade Soul. So that other Shade Soul, which probably would have doubled, would have done it.
All right, Nata coming out to the most hyped section of the run, the Abyss Climb.
Abyss Climb Isles, let's go. Ooh, kind of getting thrown off there with landing on top of that platform.
He goes for fairly optimal strats here.
Yeah. Yeah, there was sort of a couple of extra wall jumps, but apart from that, it was all really optimal. Slashing that background object. Yeah, really clean climb from Nate. I think that was like a 38 despite that couple of mess ups.
I'm kind of curious if Tami does do the Mega Moss Charger thing that we were suggesting.
Yeah. Yeah, because Geo's got to be sort of at the forefront of what they're thinking about now. That said, we said 550. Seal to Lem's 450. They're on 56. You're killing a Devout, which is 45.
The problem is you need something before leaving Harrow.
Need for DV stack, yeah. Yes, I guess you have to kill Cucumber. Nate showing off Helicopter Knight.
I'm just glad we're not seeing another Myla kill in this race. This is a much more preferable swag way to end a run.
What about both? That Uma core just missing Tami there. They managed to dodge that by the skin of their teeth.
Alright, that's actually another pretty good safety bench there from Nate, because it protects you against the infinite load on THK.
Yeah, Tami is doing Cucumber. You'll love to see it.
I'm not sure if you'll see this in any other 1-2-1 race, so we got an exclusive event here.
Perfection. Oh, it's 120 Geo in this patch.
Oh my god. Why? Why is it so
All
low?
of our Galaxy Brain routing just...
I mean, this does put Tami like with a Devout. At least they can afford Distant Village Sag.
Yeah. Especially if they do the one where they kill the Devout on the way out as well.
Nata had a pretty decent fight there against THK. using a lot of Abyss Shrieks, which is the highest damaging spell that they have here.
Yeah, so Nate gonna wrap it up with the shout-outs. Really solid from him. Had those couple of unfortunate deaths, but bounced back from them all.
Yeah, I
And
think
we'll
this is a really good time to finish a race with, especially considering the deaths. Could have been like a 53 maybe without them.
yeah, definitely, because he lost about, I think, a minute and a half on the Sanctum one, and then the Spike Hole ones are about a minute. And Tami going to be collecting their Great Slash now. So yeah, we'll let Tami finish up, and then once they're finished, we'll get both players in for the post-race interview.
Is Tami going to choose to finish this?
Looks like they're just double checking.
It's really up to them if they do. Oh, they reset already? All right.
Okay. Well, GG, and really well played to both players, especially, like say, Tami having the presence of mind to do like the massive Moss Charger kill and stuff, and just showing, you know, those basin skips to Ismas are just brutal. And like we saw, Nate did take a death to them as well. It just shows that, you know, no matter how well you are, sometimes it's just not the day for it.
All right, I'll be interested to hear what both of these runners think about their race coming up. I really enjoyed watching that personally.
Yeah, that was really good. And it looks like Nate's going back to kill Mila.
Hello, yeah.
Hey Tami, GG.
Yeah, everyone. It's been a bad week for me.
Yeah, unfortunate with the Isma's deaths, especially losing your Geo there. But it was really smart grabbing the seal for later and killing Moss Charger as well.
I need to increase my volume or something. I'm at max, so there's nothing I can do. Afraid, chat.
Yeah, I've got I can turn you up in the restream settings.
I put you up to 120.
There we go. That should be a bit louder.
Please subscribe to my channel. I desperately need it.
Yeah, really well played. Especially your early game kept relatively good pace with Nate, because he had an absolutely incredible early game and you still managed to keep within close enough that the Sanctum death is basically tied.
I think at either Gorgeous or Dash / Shade Soul, around that area of like King Station, I was about a minute ahead of my PB. And then I died after Crystal Heart, was it?
Yeah, it was on the way to D-Dark. I think it was the Crystal Hunter.
Yeah, so I was about a minute or so ahead, and then I dropped like a few seconds here and there down to like 40 seconds ahead or something like that. And then obviously I was 8 minutes behind by the end of it. So
yeah, but still, to be sort of a minute ahead of your PB in first tournament match for this tournament is really impressive. And GG Nate as well.
Thanks.
Well played.
Man, I calmed down a lot after I died in Sanctum. I was like, well, this is how it's gonna be. So, and then Ismus got me. After that, it was pretty solid.
Yeah,
it was a good one cycle.
Somehow, I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong at all. Something that I don't get wrong, and I just couldn't do it.
I wanted to go get Glowing Wound for that, but I figured that takes too long.
All right, Nate, you better not do this.
You better do this.
I wanted to go get Glowing Wound, but I didn't. It's already done.
Just moved away from the mind. What's that? I've never seen that before. Oh.
A wholesome ending to the race.
She swung at me.
Can we retrospectively make Tammy the winner? Can we do that?
Can't.
I feel like
The kind of disrespect she swung at me.
Can't believe it. Not to be a sore loser.
Yeah, 56 with 2 deaths is not bad though. I mean, it wasn't bad overall. Just
yeah, exactly.
just like I tried to save Sanctum. I was gonna fireball him and heal later. He just got me first.
Yeah, getting like Soul Twisters are just so unpredictable a lot of the time. And it can be really hard, especially when you're on 1 health trying to play safe.
That's right, Chad. It was self-defense.
I was really impressed, Tammy, with how much confidence you kept approaching the run with, even when things went wrong.
I got into the mindset of like, I'm either going to like cut approximately 20 minutes off my PB or I'm going to lose. So there's no point in like taking too many safe strats. Like benching before Hornet felt fine because that's like 10 seconds or something like that. But when I was like against Hornet and I was like at 1 HP, I was like, well, it's not like I can put her into a stagger and then heal and stuff like that. I might as well just use as many Descending Darks as possible and see how far I get.
Yeah, I mean, it paid off and certainly provided everyone with a healthy dose of content.
Going to 1 HP all the time was definitely on purpose for the content. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and a really clean Mantis Pogo backup as well.
And I have no idea really what I did wrong. Like, I didn't have enough soul going in, and then I turned around and they were both above me, and I was like, "Oh great, what am I supposed to do now?" So,
yeah, I mean, you made it work.
It was all right in the end. I think I was about 3 seconds behind my gold for Claw. So, just for perspective on how bad my opening game is.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell it from watching though. Like I say, it was really solid. And for the person asking in chat, the next race is February 19th, so today for most normal time zones, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that'll be on this channel, so SpeedGaming 1, and Muri versus ISOG, commentated by Scurry and Sour.
Scurry's been on comms. I was listening to comms at the same time as well, and you guys do a really good job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll have to watch it back.
And yeah, sorry about messing up the pronouns at the start.
It happens. Thanks for trying.
Yeah, least I can do. And were there any other questions from chat for the runners?
Yeah, you should definitely follow both these channels, by the way.
Yeah, Nate streams a bunch, and Tammy, I think you do as well, just on different time zone to me, so I don't see a lot of it.
Yeah, I stream like every day.
Yeah, there you go. So plenty of content at both of their channels.
Just after midday GMT, TamiJoStreams, twitch.tv/TamiJoStreams. Like, right. Also hat stuff. Yeah, I've got a hat.
Yeah, I'm sure the commentary was great. I'll have to watch the restream.
Yeah. And if there was nothing else, I think we're about done. Yeah,
Thank
so
you very much, everyone.
Yeah.
GG to both runners. Congrats, Nate, on the win, and good luck to both of you in your second round matches.
Yeah, thank you.
See you all in the finals.